You mentioned webinars before. Oh, I forgot to say, please visit us on siliconvalleysuccesses.com. I'll edit that later. You talked about webinars a little bit before. Is that something that startups are missing out on, or many clients that you've talked to are missing out on for engaging potential customers?
That's a great question. I do think webinars can be extremely effective. And again, if you make them part of your marketing mix, if you promote them on social media, if you show value in a particular webinar, those are great resources, right? Because you can get terrific sound bites from a webinar. You can show your audience how you actually help address a particular problem. But again, it's also about making sure that the content of whatever webinar or event you're setting up really helps that audience solve a problem. At the end of the day, it sounds extremely simple, but that's really what it's all about, right? You want to make sure that in that webinar, you don't just talk about your products and how fantastic they are, right? It's about maybe showcasing a customer that you helped, right? Maybe
How would you go about getting those testimonials from those customers, brand new company?
Well, I think the thing is, in marketing, the value that you want to share with your customers is one where they, again, you want to work with them and you want to showcase them. You want to show how they have been successfully able to actually make a change in their current strategy, or maybe how they were able to turn something around that didn't work, right? And so giving them an opportunity to showcase themselves and saying, and by the way, company X happened to be part of that process, or we were able to work with them on improving a particular part of our strategy. That goes a long way, right? So I think it's really an opportunity for you to showcase how a company then has been able to turn things around successfully and really share that success and give them a platform. And who wouldn't want to talk about that?
Are there platforms in particular you would avoid or stay away from? Maybe Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook or Pinterest. I know those were all mentioned, but is there one or two that are growing and others that are shrinking? Or,
No, I don't think so. I think there are specific webinar platforms, but I think as far as sharing that content goes, doing little takeouts, for example, from a webinar, creating snippets that are maybe 90 seconds or 2 minutes long, right?
Okay.
And creating that kind of visual content, that is actually a fantastic way of promoting something that you have to say through social media channels to different audiences, right? Because visual content is extremely easy to consume, right? People don't necessarily like reading, 500,000 words, and it's really hard to squeeze that into your workday, right? So being able to watch 90 seconds on a video that are compelling, that show you how a company that is maybe similar to yours was able to solve a problem, that goes a long way.